Okay, so the first thing I want to do is kind of go over some of the issues that I've been having throughout the class. I know a lot of people have been having issues with ZBrush. So, every time I did get a complaint or, hey, the school ZBrush, has expired, I, kind of try to let you guys know, hey, there is ZBrush Mini, or at this point, just get ZBrush, um, the trial, and you can complete the class. It's a trial that's going to last probably 30 days. The class isn't going to last 30 days. So you'll have the full version. You don't have to rely on the school anymore, right? So that's for anybody who still has assignments that's outstanding that they need to turn in. Um, it's imperative that you try to use ZBrush Core Mini, whatever you can get your hands on to complete these assignments, right? The assignments aren't too hard, right? And the reason that I gave the assignments that I give you is because I don't expect you to nail them when it comes to artistry. What I expect you to do is post your attempts, though, right? If you're not posting the things that you're trying, the work that you're doing, I don't know that you're doing anything, right? There's a reason that I give you several places that you can post. You can, if you uploaded it in the Brightspace, you'll get a grade for it. If you uploaded it in Discord, you'll get a grade for it, right? Even if you emailed it to me, I look through my emails, right? So there's several different ways for you guys to post this stuff to me. And the reason I give you different ways to post it is because when I was in school, right, and my teachers had this one forum where you had to post or you didn't get the grade, it was tough for me because sometimes I wouldn't know my login or I'd forget this or so like on top of doing all of that, right? It would be hard for me. So I didn't want that to be a barrier for you guys. So I gave you guys several avenues. If you don't feel comfortable all the time looking through Brightspace and messing with that minutia, post your stuff on your personal threads that I've created for you, right? These threads are essentially because we can't be together in the classroom. This is a space for us to interact, talk to each other, right? And there are certain people in this class that do reach out to me. And for those people, I talk to them. We interact, we talking all the time. For the guys who don't interact with me, I don't know what your issues are. I don't know what I need to help you with. So for you guys, I try to put as many things because I know that our job, our personas, our personalities might not be, hey, help me, help me, help me all the time. So if you don't feel comfortable, I give you resources, right? If you go up in the thread, right, there is free resources for you guys, right, that you can use. I post tutorials here that you guys can watch. That isn't me. That isn't just me teaching this stuff. It's other professionals, right? There's anatomy for sculptors. There's the recorded lectures, right? So I'm trying to make it as easy as humanly possible for you guys to participate, join the class. Don't feel left out like you're never I don't want you guys to ever feel like, hey, if you can't reach me, there isn't a place, cuz if you're just looking at Brightspace alone, Brightspace can be kind of lonely, right? And I feel like a lot of people who just run their classes on Brightspace, their students get lost. But here, well, we've got a chat, we've got general chat, we can talk to each other, I can post stuff, you guys can, help each other. When I'm not available, guess who's there for you? Your other classmates. So I want to foster that for you guys because the community that you guys are trying to foster right now is important because those are the people you're going to run into in the industry. And I try to run my classes like the industry does, right? Think about it this way. If you get a job in the industry, any job whatsoever, if you get a freelance job, even, right? And the client, you don't send the client updates. You don't set up, hey, every single week, I'm going to send you this, and this. When it comes time for them to pay you, they're going to find it hard to pay you because they don't know what you've been doing, right? They're going to be like, well, you just sent me this. It could have taken you 5 minutes. It could have taken you 5 days. Well, I don't feel like it took you that long to do it. Well, I'm only going to pay you this, right? You don't want any situation like that. So I'm trying to structure you guys in a way that when I tell you, hey, post your progress, there's a reason I'm telling you to post your progress. Yes, it's for a grade, but in the real world, it translates to you giving your clients information about what you're working on. If they don't see I'm telling you, like I've run into this so many times. If the client doesn't see what you're working on, if they're not getting updates, they literally feel like you're not doing anything and they don't have to pay you, right? So you want to set up a system where and this should be a lesson for everybody in here, right? This should be a lesson. Whenever you have a client, make sure you set up how you are going to check in with that client, whether it's daily check-ins, weekly check-ins, um, bi-weekly check-ins, depending on the length of the project. You want to set a system up where the whoever the sponsor, whoever the shareholder is, knows exactly what they're getting when they're getting it from you, and you don't miss those deadlines. Right? Those are the deadlines you need to start imposing on yourselves, right? Hey, I'm going to have an update for you at 4 o'clock every single day. I'm going to have an update for you at 4 o'clock on Wednesdays. Then you let the client know you have 24 hours to make any changes and then return those changes to me so that I can meet your deadline. The reason that you're doing this is because if you don't update your client and then they don't give you feedback and you get to the end of the project, their $10,000 project is due, right? And it's not what they want. Well, that's $10,000 down the drain, right? Your work is useless, their work is useless, and now they feel like they can't use you because you're not a professional and you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You didn't do your due diligence, right? These are the things that I'm trying to instruct you guys on. I'm not just giving you guys frivolous assignments. I don't give you guys frivolous shit to do. I'm not just saying, hey, check in at this time on just because it's busy work. You notice why I'm not saying you have to hit this character. There's a reason. There's a process to this stuff. You guys still need to learn the responsibility of part of being an artist. That's, hey, when I post, my stuff needs to look apropos. I've got my reference over here. I've got my work in progress. I've got my name. These are things that you guys, y'all not even hitting the basics yet. Talk less of let's hit the big markers of making a super dope character. You've got to nail the small foundational things before you guys start to tackle the bigger things. And all of it, right? How you handle the little things is going to be how you handle the big things, right? That's for a lot of things in life, not just the art we're doing. How you handle those little things, guys, is how you are going to handle the big things. So I want you guys to start thinking about and handling those little things a lot better. Be more diligent in how you're posting your things, right? Before you hit post, look at it. Does this meet my standard as an artist, as something I want to put out into the universe? Does this meet, all right, if I show this to somebody, do I feel confident? Do I feel good about this, right? It's okay to get critique, but you know you've put your best efforts out there. So when you get critique, you're like, all right, this critique, I know I can take it because, well, I did the best I could. Now I need to retool. But if somebody's giving you critique on something that you don't even feel confident about, well, it's pretty useless, right? So I'm trying to give you guys these tools. These are things that I literally have to do every single day at my job, my 9 to 5 as a 3D professional artist. I have to check in every single morning with the director and say, hey, this is what we did. This is where the state of the project is. This is what I'm doing today. This is when it's going to be due. This is when you're going to have it. That's my job. That's a day-to-day kind of thing, right? And I'm trying to give y'all that. I'm trying to instill some of these things into you because I feel like it's important, right? You're going to learn those lessons now. Right now, The only thing that's it's gonna affect is your grade, right? Your grade might tank a little bit, but that's an easy lesson to learn. You can bounce back from that. All right, next time I'm gonna just post. I'm gonna make sure my posts look right. Da 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 da. I don't want you guys to take these behaviors and take them into the industry, right? I don't want you to go out in the industry and start doing some of the things that you guys are doing here. I want to correct them here, get you guys, all right, you're not posting as much. You can see you guys are great at self-assessing. I know you guys are. I'm a self-assessor. You're probably your own worst critic. So look at the way you've posted. Look at the amount of what you've posted. Have you given think about if this was a client. Think about if this was like, all right, Disney came to me, they want me to make a character. Did I give them enough information between the beginning of it and the end of it so that they know what they were getting and they felt comfortable? If you didn't do that, then you might need to go back and go, all right, next time I'm posting, or go back and look at your archives and then post, right? To make sure that you're hitting those marks. You're giving your client, right? I'm your professor right now, but in the real world, the person you're talking to is paying your bills. The person you're talking to is paying your food bills, paying your electricity. So you have to take it seriously. I don't want these kind of behaviors to cost you a job in the future. I don't want it to cost you employment or retaining a client or things like that. I want you to nip those little things in the bud right now, right? And get them over with. Right, that's my little spiel for for how we as artists should conduct ourselves, right? When it comes to setting expectations and meeting a lot of and some of those expectations, right? Now, on that note, give me one moment, guys. That's there we go. So, on that note, let's talk about the grades that you guys have right now. A lot of those grades are still a work in progress, right? I'm still going through making sure that what you've put there is there. You guys have till when's the 22nd? Monday. All right. So if you have something that you've done that you haven't posted, if you have work, your base meshes, right? Things that you know, like um, teachers should probably see this, right? Look through the assignments and then go back and post those. I will be looking all weekend and I will not be submitting grades until Monday, the 22nd. Right, I'm going to say that again. Monday, the 22nd is when these grades are due. I'm trying to give you guys a heads up right now. That's why I did them so early, just so you guys can know where you are, right? Kind of like a wake up call. I knew a couple people was going to pull up on me today. That was the hope. Is this the people who felt some type of way about it? We're going to pull up and try to see about their grades, right? If you're missing something, if you're not seeing, hey, I didn't do this, you have time to correct it. All right. So go through your threads, go through the assignments, and then post what you need to post, what you think you're missing. The assignments, they should be clearly labeled. If they're not clear, ask me, hey, which one am I missing? And I'll let you know. All right. Um, on that note, does anybody have any questions about the assignments, what they need to post, where they need to post, anything?
I've noticed that I have been marked that I did the base mesh when I haven't done that one yet.
Okay.
I definitely noticed the same on mine. But also, and I've been in the chat because I was kind of curious about this. I was there like a specific format or anything like for the character concepts that we had? Like, I just so I noticed that the assignment where we were supposed to be posting stylized character concepts was that like in the I believe because it's I can't like look back at the instructions on the assignment, but I just know that that was the one where we were all like grabbing references,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Just
And then
grab some
posting them.
references and then post them
Yeah.
in your threads. Yeah.
Yeah. I just so well whenever I looked at that, I guess I saw that my grade was like a was like a 30 out of 50 or something. I got a pretty low mark on it, but I did post them on my threads. So was there a specific format that I was supposed to be posting that in, or was I also additionally supposed to be sending those JPEGs and eCampus? Because that, I didn't exactly know. But the other thing was on, I guess this was the Z-Sphere assignment. I didn't know, because I had done the detailing the sculpt assignment, I think it was. So I was trying to I built two things out of Z-Spheres. One, the first one, I was having so many problems with it. I lost my symmetry and I posed it and so I posted it up there and I kind of gave up. The second attempt I did was that like Minotaur thing. And I also didn't know, I mean, this is just me personally. I had seen that there was like, I didn't know if we were not supposed to like put like details. Like I wasn't exactly sure what I had done wrong. What I had done officially wrong there. I mean, I didn't know if we were still building on these characters or anything, so I didn't know because I saw somewhere that we were supposed to be adding clothes later, so I just, so I did it anyways.
Okay.
So I guess I'm just kind of confused.
Okay.
I'm a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me. And that's perfectly fine. So let me address the first thing with the concept stuff. So with the concept art stuff, let me go to yours.
Yeah. Just go.
Oh, okay. I only saw this because everybody had posted the concept first and then the text. So I only saw that you had the text. So I thought you only put the text there for some reason. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my bad. I thought I was like, because usually what I was seeing was everybody had their, the concepts first, and then they were like,
Everybody has
yeah,
their own way of
doing
like
it.
formatting, I guess, how they're,
Yeah, because I was
so.
scrolling down. I was like, well, I guess because this is what I was. I'm like, I was scrolling. I'm like, oh, okay. And then usually it's like, then it's that when I saw that and I saw the gray, I thought that was the text and then your model or something. So that was my fault. I will go and fix that for you.
Oh, I appreciate that. I just didn't know whether or not I totally like missed something there.
That was my goof because I was like, yeah, that was my goof. That was my goof. All right, cool. I will fix that. And yeah, I'm still looking through these too. So as you guys are looking through to make sure that hey, I've posted this assignment. Just go through the assignment list right on Brightspace. Let me pull it up. Go through assignments. So this is this is the one that says just post it in your thread.
Yes, it just says posted in the thread, and I just wanted to make sure that I didn't like, we weren't supposed to like send anything through there. So I'm just trying to make sure that I am sending in my stuff correctly.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, and that's why I don't give you guys just one way. I want to make sure that you guys are not just saying, oh, I can't get on Brightspace, or I can't get there, so I'm not gonna send my assignment in. So, if your assignment isn't posted here, make sure, guys, that it's turning on the threads as well. So,
okay, so turn it in. Is there? Okay, so for that stylized character concept on that one, even though it's like closed down, should I go ahead and send those images to you, email those to you, or
no, that's fine. I'm gonna go retroactively fix that myself, just because it's in the thread already. You don't have to do that. You only have to post it in one of those places. If you send it to me, then I get a notification that somebody's uploaded. But I'm actively going through your threads. I actively look through your threads almost weekly every time you guys have a class that to make sure what's been posted, who's posting, who isn't posting. You know, I'm checking to see when you guys are posting too. So, yeah. So, a lot of these, right? People, and that's the thing is like, I look through all of these to make sure that you guys are doing that, and I appreciate the people who are, and your grades do reflect that. So, yeah, if you feel like you're missing anything, let me know. I'm still going through, right? So give me till maybe Saturday or Sunday, right? And then if you feel like you're missing anything that you know you haven't turned in or you haven't seen reflected in your grade, message me and then I'll go and fix what I need to fix. But other than that, I mean, everybody should have an idea of where they stand in the class. Does anybody have any questions?
Yes, sir. I'm noticing that whenever I go to my grades tab, that there are quizzes listed, but they are not in like the weekly, like
Yeah, they haven't been
chapters, I
released
guess you
yet.
would call them. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just trying to make sure that I didn't miss
Oh
those
no no
and
no no
we
no
were
no!
good
I don't
there.
think anybody should have those yet. Nobody should have those yet.